is currently a Friday. Mind the messy hair, but I felt that I need to do this video because, oh my god, I don't think I'll ever to go to another MCon just because of this. But I've heard like, not horror stories, but kind of stories about the person who like does the MCons or the different cons in that own MCon. But anyway, long story short, so this week I got an email basically basically from Motorpoint, just to go through like the arena stuff and security and stuff like that. So I click on security bit and it says, oh, they'd rather you not bring a bag, but if you're going to bring a bag, it needs to be a really small one. So I'm like, for fuck's sake, because I've never been to a con before where you can't bring a backpack, because the issue you have is not every store will have plastic bags to put your stuff in. So anyway, so that was annoying. So I thought, you know what, I'll message MCon on Facebook. And I posted on the wall, and they said that, oh, it's not an MCon policy, and it's like, um that doesn't answer my question whatsoever. But I looking more down on it. Someone asked this a while back if you can bring a pack back, and they were like, yeah, you can. And I'm like, okay. So I emailed Motorpoint because obviously MCon can't be asked to actually give me a proper reply. They replied basically saying the same thing, which says in the security section, basically, they'd rather you not have a bag, but if you need to bring a bag, it needs to be a small bag, basically. And so, yeah, that's a bit peeving, especially when like the organization can't even reply to me properly. That's like the rude part of it as well. Like, what? That's not an MCon, but yeah, what? That doesn't answer my fucking question. So I brought a backpack literally for nothing. Instead, I'm bringing this drawstring bag, which clearly isn't big enough, but I can't bring anything kind of any bigger, and it kind of doesn't really go with the outfit. But I don't one, I'm not bringing a handbag because I'm supposed to be playing a bloke. And second of all, I don't have a black draw bag, and my brother doesn't have any spare ones, so I'm gonna have to be this one, which is kind of like kid like. I mean, you could argue like Hawkeye has kids, but still, it's kind of like, well, I'm not necessarily playing Hawkeye. I'm playing him as Ronin, when he thinks his kids are no longer be. But anyway, after the first blip, um, but yeah, it's kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. I mean, I've got to make do at this point. But it's so freaking annoying. Like, just the lack of communication from the people who are supposed to be running the thing, because their comment didn't make any sense anyway, because it's like, well, yeah, it's not your policy, but it's being held in, it's being held in a place where that's that policy, and surely you have to follow their policy. Their comment, it was just ridiculous. But anyway, I thought I'd go to MCon because I've never been before. When I go to Nottingham Comic Con, I usually go to the one that's not run by it's the one that's at the convention centre, not the convention centre. The convention centre, the one that's attached to the university, and really like the one because that focuses more on like independent writers and everything like that. But I thought I'd check out MCon, and well, we'll see. I mean, so far it's kind of like not necessarily happy with the kind of communications about it, but yeah, I have heard that he's a bit of yeah. Morning, people. It is Saturday morning. It's just gone past 6, and I'm more or less kind of ready of everything. Yes, of everything in my house. Now, I've had my breakfast. So yeah, I just kind of just chilling currently. At the minute, I am so freaking tired though. I went to bed pretty late actually and got up at 5:30. But you know what you're gonna do? So I might stop off to get an energy drink because I need something. Actually, I might actually cross that out. I'll go to Costa at the train station and get a coffee. I forgot there's like a Costa and coffee. Forget it, I'll get coffee instead. Anyway, so yeah, I just looked on their website, okay. because I was intrigued because they got like diamond passes and gold passes, basically another one to make a way to make money. Don't get me started on what MCM are doing to try and claw back money. But anyway, and like I've never seen such a rip off in my life because well, sort of a rip off because one of the things is early entry. So I've got the early pass, so I can go in from 10 o'clock. The general pass is from 11 o'clock, and then these other kind of VIP passes are from like 9:45, and it's like 15 minutes earlier than the early birds. Like that's the dumbest thing I've ever read. Like it's like what's the point? I don't know. I saw that. I thought that's just stupid. Um, um, but yeah. Also, I've looked on their like panel sort of thing, and they've only got one panel going, no two, and they've got all these guests, and they've only got two today, and I think they've only got two tomorrow as well. So it's like The Walking Dead and Days of Tomorrow. But it's like, is that all? We're gonna have two panels? Is that all? It's like, God knows if I'm gonna be there till like 5 o'clock because that's when it finishes. But yeah, it's just like you've got all these guests to use and you only have two panel shows. Okay, guys. I don't even remember how I got this on. So this is meant to be like a strap that goes on top, but I don't even fucking remember how I got this on. To be fair, so I'm gonna kind of leave this alone. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm ready to head out the door. I'll put the gloves on when I actually get there because it's gonna be a little bit of hassle. So I have to like shove these right at the top to stop me from falling down. But bending on my arm is becoming very difficult. Just consider because I mean you can technically use them while using touchscreen, but it's kind of difficult and a bit of a faff. So yeah, I'll put them on when I want to. Back home, and as you can see I've taken most of this off. I'm gonna have a shower because I'm really hot. Like boiling. So yeah, there's that. Oh my god, my feet are so straight as well, wearing wellies all day. But anyway, before I do that, let's talk about MCon. So I don't know if MCon do this all the time, but if you didn't know, they were competing with London Comic Con. I say competing because it kind of is. So half the stalls were there. Okay, I don't mean to be insultive or anything, but I don't want to say the word tacky, but a lot of the stuff were kind of a lot of like key rings, toys and stuff like that, which is okay if you're like into that sort of thing. There was like independent stores that did kind of like jewelry, illustrations, that sort of thing. And then there was like two stores I think that did books, but I'm not really into like fantasy kind of books anyway. And then there was one store that just did all comics, and I heard him say apparently he wanted to go to London Comic Con, but I'm going to assume that all the stores like kind of sold out, so he decided to go to Nottingham instead. So it's probably something I won't go back to again, just because I like comics. And I don't know, it's all right. Another thing I want to mention as well, I'm going to assume they did this to save money, but really they should have had two halls, because the problem they had is they had one side where they assumed all the popular kind of people that were going to go to get autographs in one side, and then the rest were kind of combined with the other stalls. And the problem is you had the Red Dwarf cast, and they're obviously going to get popular, so they were kind of cute, so you kind of dodge and weave, which was kind of annoying. Obviously it wasn't too bad, it wasn't like too claustrophobic or anything like that, but that is thing that I just wanted to point out because it did get a little bit annoying. But other than that, I probably won't go again, just because I'm more into when I want to. I mean, technically it's not called a Comic Con, it's called MCon. But when I want to go to kind of like a Comic Cons, I want to get more like I want to discover independent comics as well as pick up some other comics and stuff like that. But to me, it felt more oriented towards like collectors, like toy collectors, figure collectors, Funko Pop collectors, and kids. So it's probably something that I won't necessarily go again. But I mean, it's okay to do like once. I did once, but I don't know if I'll ever go again because I've never been to MCon before. I've been to the Nottingham convention, Comic Con convention, which is at the university, well attached to the university, but I've never been to this one before, so it's a tick to I've done it, but I probably won't go again if I'm being honest. Unless there's a guest that I really want to go see, then I might go, but other than that, it's alright. My DVD signed by Taylor. I mentioned this in a past video, but if you did not know, she was the voice of Ash for the first 8 seasons of Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't really need to say that it's Pokemon. Anyway, whatever. And she gave me this, which her and her daughter made, which is cute. And then it's got info at the back of Veronica Taylor, but yeah. That's in case you didn't know who she was, but yeah, I just got to sign this, and this was £25. I then picked up 2 comics. So this is Batman Last Night on Earth. So I got book 1 and book 2. I don't know if there's any other books in the series, but these are the only ones that I saw. So I picked them up, and they were both £3 each. I then picked up a bookmark from Caroline Edwards art. I've had a bookmark from her before, which is the Loki one, but I have no idea where it is. But this time I thought I got Deadpool because I actually really do need bookmarks. And this was £3. I picked up this necklace, and it's kind of in a steampunk style. I'm not answering that. That's my favourite. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not answering that. Anyway, I could have brought half the necklaces, but kind of couldn't buy all the necklaces, so I got this one. I forgot to pick up a business card. I have no idea who made this, and it's not like MCM cons where they list all the stalls that are going to be there. So I'm going to have to probably have a browse on Instagram or ask someone on Instagram. If I find out, I will put the name down below. But yeah, and this was £15. And then I got this cute dragon. This is Alta Giftware. So this place does like fantasy book. I'm guessing the books about dragons, but I saw this and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna probably just get this. Being honest, again, fantasy books aren't my kind of thing. But anyway, it lights up and it changes different colours. It just looks so pretty. I just had to get it. So, and this was £15, I think. So that is basically all the stuff I got from Comic Con. I gave my hair a good needed wash, and you can see the black has come out in part because it's just a build up, just loads of build up of product, obviously all this week trying to kind of stylize how I'm gonna have it, so it needed a good wash. I am so tired, guys. I might actually go see Bob's Burgers tomorrow because I have quite a few money left, and I don't want to miss out watching it because I missed the Nicolas Cage film. That was only at the cinema for what, a week, 2 weeks, and then you couldn't watch anymore. I don't know, it was annoying. So I might go see. Holy shit. Yes, Get Out. Oh my god, that was massive. You should have seen that massive honeybee. Oh my god, it was so big. It was like hovering around the window because I've got the side window open. I was like, you dare come in here. And then they went back out again. Oh my god, nearly had a heart attack. Anyway. Yeah, so I might see that tomorrow because I still have money left. So I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing at the minute. And because I only have one day off next week because I'm a twat and decided I'll do someone's shift. I seriously cannot say no unless it's a manager. Like a manager, I can easily say no. But when another like normal kind of level worker as me asks, I can't really. Well, it depends if like if especially if they've got a really good reason, like they can't find childcare, then I'm like okay, fine. But yeah. My dinner, I am having chicken madras with naan bread. It's only like a microwave takeaway, by the way. I didn't like make it by scratch or order it out. I'm gonna finish off this evening with the worst film but entertaining film at the same time, and that is The Room. You remember when these two teamed up together, Tommy Wiseau and I can't remember the other guy, and they did like a part one and part two, and after part one I said I was gonna watch the part. Yeah, I've not done that, and that was a while back. You probably don't even freaking remember that because I thought that one was so bad. You just can't capture that awfulness and uniqueness twice. It just doesn't work.